like a
something ridiculous.
minimum. So good.
Mhm.
Okay, speaking of, I guess we can get to the NBA now. We are an NBA
Wow,
show.
we don't.
Man, Kings, I don't understand anything about you. Here we go. They beat the
Mhm.
Pistons 127-117. Zach LaVine with a season high 43 points. He had 8 threes in that one. DeMar DeRozan with 37. Sabonis with 19, 15, and 10. His 50th triple-double with Sacramento. They've now won 3 straight games, and at one point trailed in this thing by 18, Chandler. Look, we already know what the standings look like. Frantic time right now. What do you think? What's the ceiling here? Can they make it happen, Sacramento, and get in this thing?
I mean, yeah, can they win 2 games in the play-in tournament and make some noise? Yeah, I think 1,000% they have vet experienced guys, and this is what makes the play-in so much fun. It's our versions, the NBA's version of March Madness. So anything can happen. They do have the experience. They've added some pieces. Another team, by the way, that could desperately need a point guard, Walter Clayton in the draft
Mm.
this year is Kings to kind of set up these scoring wings. They had a guy like Valanciunas, who I think was a great pickup for them. There's some murmurs about Sabonis. Maybe he's the next one to go. He's unhappy. Who knows there? But I think they have enough to be competitive. They don't. They're not a contending team, but sure, I think this is why the play-in is so special and unique because all it is 2 games, and then all of a sudden you have this vet experienced team against the young Thunder team. Obviously, I think the Thunder are going to be huge favorites in that series if this were to happen. But yeah, no doubt in my mind. I think the Kings can win 2 games and get out of the play-in. I don't think that's crazy to say.
Okay.
Way to put that lightly. Yeah, they end up playing OKC in the first round. They're getting smoked.
Oh,
But yes, they can win 2 games. I mean, they've been balling. They've been playing really well. DeMar and Zach, they figured it out. You know, Chicago was a weird space. They're in Sacramento now, so they're doing it again. But they're playing really good basketball right now. They beat Cleveland the other night. They beat Detroit. These are 2 very good teams in the East. But yes, the challenging part is challenging to get out of play-in, of course. But the challenging part is matching up in the first round or second round, first round, say to put win 2. So that first round playing OKC, that's an early exit. OKC is very good, and they get smoked. I know. Listen, I don't want to say I don't have faith in them because I think they have really good pieces and I think they could ball. But playing against OKC in the first round is not ideal for anybody, let alone a
Anybody.
playing team.
That's the
You
thing.
know?
I mean, it's a setup to you're probably going to fail. Maybe the goal is to just not be swept or embarrassed. But I'll ask you this, Chandler. Does it matter how the Kings end up ultimately finishing this season? Do you keep this big 3 together? And you already mentioned that there's some talk out there about Sabonis possibly leaving. Or do you try to, again, start moving parts around and figure something else out?
And obviously, I think you get the most by shopping Sabonis. Who can you get back from that? Maybe you can go and get a point guard. You can go and add someone in the draft that can help you. But they're kind of pot committed, in my opinion. I feel like this is their squad going forward. They've kind of shuffled the deck. They shocked everybody by not giving Fox that max extension and trading him. So I think that was kind of the first step up rebuilding. Then they go and added Zach LaVine, who's been absolutely balling with Conference Player of the Week or month at one point since he's been there. And they have enough talent. Just look across the Western Conference, man. It is loaded. It is stacked.
Yeah.
There's so many teams above them that are better, that are younger, that are more fit for the future and right now. So I think you always have to kind of look at the landscape of the conference and maybe make a decision going forward just off that we probably don't have enough to contend in the near future. But they do have pieces and they do have talent. I think the best move is to shop Sabonis, see what you can get back for him. But man, he's your best player, and he's someone that you'd like to build around. I just think you can get the most back for him rather than like a DeRozan or a Zach.
This is depressing.
I agree with Chandler, but they would look crazy if they were to try to, like, you traded for all these people. You have to give it time. You have to see what it looks like first. Ultimately, in my mind, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't see it working. They have really good players, but I just don't think they fit well together to be a winning or a contending team. So ultimately, I think they're going to have to blow it up at one point. But to make that call that early in next season, or
Yeah.
you're just making it seem like, oh, we made a bad decision. Like, that's too soon to say, oh, we made bad decisions. But you have to see it play out. You have to give it at least a year to see, or at least by the deadline. That's still pretty soon. But you give it till February, and if things don't work till February, then I would blow it up. But ultimately, I don't know how
like
well
that.
it works because they have too many of the same pieces. They need a point guard. I don't know if Sabonis is happy. Letting De'Aaron Fox go, it was a mistake, but obviously he wanted out. So that was his decision, but I would have did everything I could to try to keep him. Like, you know, I would have tried to change his mind.
You know what, Danny? It's too bad. They didn't, did they? They let him go, and that's okay for everybody involved.
Yeah. He's in San Antonio now. You're happy.
Everything's fine.
Even look at the team behind them too, Dan. Like the Trailblazers, they've caught fire a little bit. The Spurs, they're coming. God knows what's going to happen in Phoenix this summer, but they have a lot of talent. Dallas Mavericks coming back next year healthy with Kyrie, with Anthony Davis. They're going to be a better team than Sacramento. So it does feel like they need to add something or add a couple pieces, or they need to shake it up a little bit. But man, the West is just deep. So when I'm sitting here and I'm scrapping to get in the 9th, 10th seed just to give a chance to play in the play-in, we have to add something. We got to do something different.
It's just every time I flip back and forth on my screens to the standings. It's just West. Real quick though on the Pistons, and it's almost two different questions, Chandler, because if you are the Pistons, would you rather stay in 6th